Oh, what's good? Welcome to another episode of Reactions and Transactions. Yeah, so we episode one was yesterday. This episode two. So we just tapping back in and stuff. This might not be a long, drawn out episode. It's Essence Weekend. You know, a lot of people outside, as y'all, cause anybody can't see, but out that window, downtown, I'm in the CBD. So it's another episode. I'm gonna slide through right quick, do a few reactions, then we're gonna get out of here. We'll have some more episodes next week. I just wanted to make sure that I did come tap in, keep the momentum going, keep everything going. You did. We building from the ground up, new series, new episodes. So nice to meet y'all. If you don't know me, my name Easy Money. I'm from New Orleans, resident. You did. South. I'm representing the South, so y'all get to tap in with the South as we grow and stuff. So make sure y'all follow the Organized Thinkers Network. You dig on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like it, hype it, share it to people. Just let them know you tapped into the real New Orleans. We're gonna have some stuff that's gonna keep going. You can go back and check out some old content and stuff that we've been did in the past. I shut streaming down for a minute because we had other business endeavors. So I wanted to deal with those. So now that those are off the ground and where we needed those at, now we on to these here. So welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all stopping through, tapping in with us. You dig? I definitely wanted to tap into that because I was watching Back on Fig. That's a West Coast show. So I was watching Back on Fig. They had Ray Daniels on there from Atlanta. Shout out to Ray Daniels. They was just on there talking about bots. You dig, and how people get fake streams and fake algorithms. I don't want to mess our algorithm up. I really want to be talking to y'all and really locked in with y'all. So if it's 1 people, 5 people, 1,000, 10,000, it's gonna definitely be genuine. You dig? I'm gonna take y'all through. We got some stuff I want to show y'all. Bring y'all kind of in New Orleans a little bit. Since I'm from New Orleans, right? I want to bring y'all back to New Orleans, the real New Orleans. You know, so they had some footage I was running across TV, well, not TV, the internet, and I ran across this. And when I ran across this, it was a lot of old episodes of New Orleans in the 80s and the 90s. You dig? So that's around the time I jumped off the porch late in the 90s. But when you going back and you catching all that, this bringing you back in the projects, everything, you know. So I don't even know how to pronounce the station name. Hizankia, however you say, Hizakia. So Hizakia News. So I'm gonna bring y'all through, let y'all see how it was in '89 in New Orleans, man. You know, so when you think all this was new, with people being hacked up by the police and running from the police, we inherited that. So, you know, I know some people see New Orleans where it is now, not knowing where it come from. So we about to react to New Orleans in the 80s. You dig? So let's go ahead and see how New Orleans was in the 80s and what was going on out here when our parents. Imagine this is your mom or your daddy outside in New Orleans in the 80s, and this what they was going through. Let me know if it feel familiar to y'all. You dig? Let's see what's happening, man.
Get it out. Get it out.
Open your mouth wide.
Really probably your mom or your daddy on the police.
Swallowed it? Huh? No, you swallowed it. Huh?
Look, he gone in his mouth.
I ain't swallowing nothing, man. I ain't got nothing. Oh, yeah, though. Open your mouth wide. Open your mouth wide.
That is it, man.
Pops is it. Last brother got caught and swallowed his crack. You know what he did? He died.
He's not dying from swallowing no crack, man. He lying.
Oh, he lived.
And then they had
through that alley.
Going that tub. That was black police that was hacking us up, had your dad and them on the car trying to find you. Don't even see no white police. You just see black police. What is that, man? If y'all know what it's at, drop it in the comments, man. If y'all can tell us what it's at.
What's it on, sir?
So they was already moving to the mouth and that.
Do you work? Stay right there.
Cigarette?
Where do you live, sir?
Stay right there. It's so far. It's so bad. That's they had was 480p back then.
straight ahead. I'm not gonna ask.
Man, what kind of shirt that is that boy got? Man, look how far fashion came from then to now, y'all. Look how far fashion came, man. We rocking stuff like this now, man. Back then, man, that boy had on the old truck fit. That's the old truck fit when it was on the back of the truck. That's that kind of stripes.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, I got the old Nike hat on, man. The old Nike hat.
Give him some room, people.
Yeah, flat tops was heavy back then too. I had a flat top. Flat tops was heavy back then. They got them boys on. They got them boys on their knees, dog. Regardless if I'm outside, imagine being outside. You know, they really put them on their knees like they in school or something, dog. Somebody, baby.
I wasn't over there slack, bro. I wasn't over there, you know.
Man, that's slack, man. Man, I'm Holly Grove. He said I wasn't over there slack. Sound like that's Jimmy Slack, man. If that's Jimmy Slack been hacking people up from the 80s. That boy hacked up every era of your family. That's crazy, man. I see if you're going to hear him say Slack a little bit more. Holly Grove. If anybody from Holly Grove remember Jimmy Slack back then, is that Jimmy Slack, y'all?
Hold on. Say, bro, y'all think y'all wasn't over there, bro. Say, bro, don't say, bro. Say, bro. Hey, bro, tell me.
In the car.
Man, don't do that, bro.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit.
All right, we back.
Don't do that, bro. I wasn't over there, bro. Say, bro, y'all tell him, man, to stop being ignorant, bro.
Look, man, we're not gonna have
Man, don't put me on there, man. Don't do that, bro. Take y'all in charge. Please take your charge, bro.
That's all. Now I know about I come from off the block. I remember when dudes would throw their stash, dog. I remember dudes would throw their stash and they ain't want to take their charge. I made a lot of people start running. You know what I'm saying? Getting off the set when the people pull up, you might well run, because if they pull up, either they're going to put something on you, somebody going to throw something, or they might find somebody stash, and that's your charge. How y'all feel about, that was fake. I ain't going to say how y'all feel. I'm going to tell y'all how I feel. I always felt like that was fake, because when you in the street, it's certain rules that we supposed to go by, but then you go by those rules, but then they got some people who fake that ain't meant, and they ain't going to take their charge. You think they'll let you get their charge when the goal is to get away. But if you get caught, you're gonna let me go down, and you know that was you, and you was moving bad. I done had some situations where motherfucker forgot something in my car and still ain't want to take their charge after.
Right there, right in the small section. You didn't eat anything? You did? Look, they're gonna book him in line. You go to jail. You didn't eat, huh?
They look like they gonna hit that boy with a tamarind, whatever this charge.
Tell him give me my
Well, that's a polo that boy got on. That boy got on. Oh, that boy got the old polo on. Hold on, I want y'all to see that. That boy got the old one. Look, that's a polo. I respect their mind though. They ain't doing no painting and all that. Like that's how it was though. They'll pull up, just put you in the car. If they can't find it, they're gonna hit you with tamper or whatever it is.
Hey man, you got your keys?
Oh.
I'm not taking it, dog. In my back pocket, bro. Okay, bro. Now you know you see, you something coming out. I'm 16.
16.
All right, I'm gonna give me a second.
I got my girl.
All right.
I was in my house. I was inside.
Hey, we gonna have one. Push your.
I got I was in the alley like that. He told me come in, get on the car. I was with my little sister. It was all right. Yeah, she was like what? Nobody. I was the only one there. She got my key to the house. $10, please. $10 will rock.
She's in there by herself? Always. I got to keep familiar with these two. This is a new face to me. This is a new face to me. So
Last thing you just asked them what was going on.
I'm about to bring this back. I had some technical difficulty, but I want to bring this back. I know y'all was watching it. I want y'all to see right quick, man. They showed what crack looked like back then and stuff. How big dimes was and shit, man. And then you know how the game go. 9 times out of 10, somebody out there rapping, man. There you go. Let's see what happened though. You know somebody out there rapping. Look, so I was about to stand the size like that's somewhere in between. That's like the size of a dime back then, man. That's dime. That's 2 dimes. So that's worth like $20. Somebody'll probably get it to you for 2 for 15. If you got 15, they'll give you both of them for the 15. Trying to hurry up and get rid of it. We had evolved a little bit. So around our time, we had to start putting it in plastic, right? We had to start putting it in plastic so we could put it in our mouth and you can put it over the bridge of your mouth. You dig? At the bottom over the bridge, and then it'd be all back here. And so then when you get hacked up and you go, and they can't really know where it's at, but the whole time you got it stashed up here. They got the old Florida Evans bushes back then, man.
she's in there by herself? Always. I got to be familiar with these two. This is a new face to me. This is a new face to me. So
Last thing you just asked them what was going on.
I ain't lying. I don't really miss the block. I don't miss getting hacked up. That's how it used to be though. When they pull up, they come and hit. They coming out there, you getting hacked up. If they come through, they gonna stop you and see who you is. Real slave catcher type time. They gonna let that boy live, man.
yeah, man, where you live at?
Hold up.
Stand up. Everybody. Where do you live, though, man? Yeah, man, where you live at?
3310 St. Claude.
3310 St.
Oh, that's
Claude?
down.
Who do you live with?
My auntie, our house burned down. We had to move my auntie.
Where were you living at?
On Claiborne and Desire. No, that's Robinson and Desire.
You ever been arrested?
They downtown. That's downtown. When he said Claiborne and Desire, that's the Ninth Ward. And when he said St. Claude, that's downtown too on the Ninth Ward. They call it the Bywater now. It ain't the Ninth Ward no more. Now it's the Bywater.
Which one?
Rock.
Huh?
Rock.
How many rocks? One. Where you was arrested at?
Down the street.
This going to here? How long ago?
About a month ago.
What happened with the charges?
I had to go to court next month.
Next month coming? June or July?
This month, right here.
When is your date?
On the 28th,
How old are you?
16.
Last time you were arrested?
I don't know. It's a good while.
For what?
Look at that though. Like we talking about 16. It like 16. Yeah, when he told him he was 16. One of them say 16. He asked him when the last time you been arrested. Meaning you a kid and they're arresting you as a kid, like they known for locking you up, like they know that it's procedure to lock kids up. Well, to the point they want to know when the last time, not have you ever been arrested, when the last time. And this throwback, look, homie got the one solid in the front. Back in the Jeep, before you had more than one and you had a mouthful, it was one in the front. That meant you was getting some money. If you see people with guns, I mean they was getting some money back in the Jeep.
You driving without a license.
What else?
Close my stealing. Close my door. And I don't know what
Any drug charges?
Yeah, weed. But you know, it was weed.
How many times I stopped you on this corner down here?
You ain't never stopped me on this phone.
In this area?
One time right here.
With who?
Nobody, everybody was walking in the car.
Right. And if you out there and you got money in your pocket, that's 5, 10, 15, 25. That's a 20, 45, 65, 85. 85, and he got $4 of food stamps. He got 85 and $4 of food stamps, man. The man got $85 and $4 worth of food stamps. You did. If y'all wasn't from that era back then, you had food stamps. So your mama get the book of food stamps, and then you go to the food stamps and get you some food. Now most times they was cashing the food stamps for the money, so your people give you some food stamps and send you to the store with food stamps and let you get a bag of chips or something, just so you could break it and you could get the cash back for the food stamps.
Let him take it out and lay it.
Websites your competitors don't want you to know.
Lot going on, y'all. I think we're gonna revisit this later on. I got people moving around waiting on me and shit. Let me see. Let's see how far it is away.
All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out exactly.
Take it out like you had before.
We're gonna bring that through the last 5 minutes.
Stand by, John.
Okay, what'd you find?
Okay, we found one subject that we arrested, which is the age of 17, a young black male, pretty clean, he's neat. In his pocket, as you can see, they sell the drug for food stamps, anything of any monetary value, jewelry, also which was confiscated from the arrested subject, is almost $100. Now, these dollar denominations indicate narcotic trafficking. $20, $10, basically $5 denominations here.
So if you was from the hood and you was young and you had some money on you, they would line you up or categorize you because you had some money. So as y'all can see, we was in the middle of poverty. Our parents was in the middle of poverty. And if you had anything over that and you wasn't in poverty, that meant you was doing something wrong, or you was figuring out a way to try to get out of poverty or live better, whatever it may be. And it was their job, the police, black police, to come through and catch you and stop you from bettering yourself or trying to get ahead however you knew how.
This was taken, as I said earlier, off the arrested subject, which you see with the.
And your suspicion of him is what?
Now, this particular person, as we said earlier, he's the money man. He will hold the money, and they have other guys that will sell the drugs. Okay, and they'll bring him the money.
So Homie the plug. They saying Homie in the back seat, probably dude with the polo on, with the striped polo. He the plug. So everybody's scoring from him. So either they scoring from him or they running from him. Well, he got it, so they'll come catch the pops and get the money and swap him out the money for the work, and they'll go serve the people and make them a little bit off.
So when you get this guy or stop this guy with the money without the drugs, and a lot of people feel as though that he's going to be let loose because basically there's no violation found. What they call in the criminal justice system is we call constructive evidence. And everything in the proliferation of drugs is basically constructive, if not 99% possession itself.
And did you find rock cocaine?
Yes, ma'am. We found several pieces of rock cocaine on this particular arrest. My partner, Jimmy Slack, Donald Brooks, and the other.
What I told y'all. I say that we got to find out if there's Jimmy Slack, right? So that's Jimmy Slack. Jimmy Slack, old throwback police, come to find out he been out there locking people up and moving through the hood since the early 80s. I didn't know that. This Black history right here, man. But you know, Slack, I've heard of Slack through Highland Grove. Slack ran through the St. Thomas. Slack ran through the St. Bernard. I think they moved Slack around the whole city. Like Slack saw a little bit of all the city, and he survived the longest. That's crazy, bro. So Slack been out there that long, so that's why by the time he watched every era jump off the porch. He watched the drug game evolve, crack, everything.
Responding officers, in fact, confiscated cocaine off one of the other arrested subjects.
And what'll happen to them?
Well, this guy here is 17 years of age. He does have an arrest record, but nothing real significant. So what'll basically happen, a bond will be posted, or should I say he'll go to magistrate, and then an arraignment will be conducted there.
And then after that, so if they pick up the charges, he's gonna go to magistrate court and go to arraignment, and then they're gonna set him a bond and give him a section to go to. So once he do that, then he can bond out, or he's gonna sit in jail till he go through his whole process.
Bond will be set, whether it'll be on his own reconnaissance or property, surety, or cash bond, then they'll find out from that point on.
But he'll be charged with?
Oh, absolutely. This guy here will be charged, along with his accomplice, will be charged with possession of crack cocaine with intent to distribute.
And what about the other guys?
Yes, ma'am.
So they hit him with it. By the time we got laid on, they start calling that PWIT, possession with the intent to distribute. So, distribute, however they want to say it, but it's PWIT. Now that's crazy because they hitting him with a possession, even though they may not even found it on him. But just because he had it and he had money, both of them going to jail for it. And they got to fight and look to beat it. So if your daddy was locked up, or your uncle or one of your family members was locked up when you was growing up and you don't remember them being there, that's because this was kind of the law that a lot of black people was fighting through in the hood.
He like his partner and also he.
And these other boys?
These other guys here, no violation was found on them. Quite naturally, we fill out a few interview card on them, or we check their names in the motion computer. If we find no violation, of course, we let them go.
Thank you, John.
We'll take them and bring them both. You are.
Look. They took him to jail, but they put his money back in his pocket. So because I got some money on the set, that means I'm wrong, but they put the money back in his pocket. But he gonna go to jail for the money. I wonder when they got down there, because it don't look like they taking the money for evidence. So I wonder when they got down there, did they take the money back off him and just send him to jail with his money? $85 was probably like about $300 back then too. I bought that bit with the polo on, with the long sleeve polo, with the polo shorts though. But he out there with polo on with $85 in his pocket. I mean, he the man out there back then. He was the plug. That's how they label him anyway.
Excuse me, not to talk to you, please.
Just be quiet and wait till I'm ready to talk.
All right.
All right?
You don't want to join them on the car, take a hike. Thank you.
I like Slack
Lady
right there.
standing over there with the hat on her head. She's complaining. She's one of the complainants around here about the people in the area dealing drugs. She just stated that several times. These two in the car that we are arresting, and the two in the front of the car right now. She numerous occasions ran them off from the front of her door selling drugs. She where you can listen to her now complaining and making gestures toward the young males, all of them 16, 17 years of age. And neither one of them live in this. Gotta keep something in my mouth.
I done walked off that car a whole bunch of times. Yeah, man. So they always had people back there that was going with the move like that, man. People always was trying to get the more, figure out how to get through it. It wasn't always looked upon. It was never looked upon as a good thing, but like as some stuff we inherited coming up, and when there wasn't a lot of ways to make money, that was one of the ways we could. So, New Orleans always was a big drug city. I got some stuff going on. I appreciate y'all rocking with this episode. I'm gonna have some more episodes. I want to bring y'all to New Orleans early on in the episode so y'all can know where we coming from and where it's built from and what my thought process and what you tapping into. So, they call me Easy Money. Nice to meet y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all sub up on me, man. You did. Like, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to take some time. I'm going to get better at this early on in it. So, if y'all feeling this here, imagine what y'all going to feel later on and how in depth we're going to be able to get as we keep going. So hit the notification bell so y'all going to know when I be dropping more of this here. And I'm going to be at y'all in a minute. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Essence Weekend in New Orleans. I'm going to see y'all outside. Tap in with me. It's been another episode of Reactions and Transactions. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all again. Organized Thinkers Network. See y'all later, man. Love.